The Adventures of Pithy John. This week, Pithy goes in search of itty-bitty things that turn into great, big, monster, large kinds of things.
Pithy John here, and today we're going in search of itty-bitty things that turn into great, big, monster, large kinds of things. And today, the first thing we're going to look at is ants! No, we know that ants don't get to be great big monster large kinds of things. Oh, what's that? No, just kidding. No, actually, they don't get this large. Tickle, tickle. It's just a joke. Today, the first thing we're going to be looking at is sand.
Did you know that an individual grain of sand can be as small as 0.06 of a millimeter in diameter? Deserts and dunes as brutally hot as they can be still support thousands of different plants and animals that couldn't live anywhere else. Some stranger than others.
Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around.
I've also heard some silliness about something called quicksand.
Just kidding.
Water. It starts out as a single drop, so small, so seemingly insignificant. But when it gathers together with other drops, well, then you have something, don't you? And as these drops gather together, forming ponds, lakes, and streams, they provide shelter and food for countless varieties of plants and animals. Did you know that 75% of the human brain is water? That explains a lot. And the Mississippi River, it begins so small and tiny at its mouth. It travels 2,552 miles to the Gulf of Mexico, and the river supports at least 260 species of fishes. That's 25% of all fish species in North America. And did you know that on the lower Mississippi there may be as many as 60 separate species of mussels? And it all starts from a single drop of water.
And the mighty oak, springing from nothing more than an itty-bitty acorn, just like this one. They grow to be so magnificently huge. The oldest one on record is nearly 1,000 years old. The Seven Sisters Oak. It's over 37 feet in circumference. Boy, oh boy, there'd be a challenge for those tree huggers out there. And not only that, where was I? Oh yes, itty-bitty things that turn into great big monster large kinds of things, like the mighty oak, springing from nothing more than an itty-bitty acorn, just like this one, provide shelter and food oceans and the lakes and rivers, starting from nothing more than a single drop of water, providing homes and food for creatures so small you need a microscope to see them, all the way up to the great whales of the world. And just like the sand dunes and deserts of the world, beginning with nothing more than a single grain of sand and evolving into an ecosystem that supports thousands and thousands of varieties of plants and animals. Your dollars, when bundled together, when stacked one on top of the other, they come together and form nice little piles of money and support thousands of United Way organizations that provide food and shelter and all kinds of enjoyment for people that would otherwise not be able to enjoy those things. So please, please this year, support the United Way with your dollars. Thank you very much. Other things as well. Sand! Did you know that? I've got a leaf in my hand. Look, it's a great big leaf. It's covering up my sand. I don't want the leaf in the picture. Sand! Did you know that? There's another leaf in my hand.